Okay, this is so weird. Hey, it's Serpent Sir. Welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about Gremlins. Now, I know it might seem random, but 'tis the season. And I need to get a video out before the year is over. Good news, my finals are done. By the time this is up, finals are done. I get a couple weeks off. And usually during a break, people like chill out, do their own thing, but I'm gonna work. I'm gonna do this. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get right into it. So if you read the title, you're probably wondering, Jacob, how is Gremlins a Christmas movie? What do the evil little Furbies have to do with Christmas? I'm here to tell you. In reality, it's shown all throughout the movie. To begin with, the father of the story, whose last name is Peltzer, and he loves to talk to himself.
Peltzer's the name, Rand Peltzer. That's me there on the corner.
And by the way, this movie's a little silly.
And I have a story to tell. Well, nobody's got a story like this one. Nobody.
Anyways, Peltzer is an inventor who goes to Chinatown because he wants to buy a present for his kid, Billy. Now, he finds an artifact store here to show off his horrendous invention, and eventually he hears a Furby, like, crying in the background. And so he buys it without the owner's permission.
Hey, mister. Here it is.
All right. What about your grandfather?
Forget what he said. He's crazy.
If that's not enough to show you that this is a Christmas movie, just wait for the next scene. Especially the licensed Christmas music. Also, there's like a discount Ebenezer Scrooge, which I think is really funny. It's like this moment is picked right out of A Christmas Carol. And speaking of A Christmas Carol, I did a production of A Christmas Carol like a couple years back. When I first wrote this script, y'all, this script is like 2 years old. This was my first ever video essay before Kill la Kill. I was supposed to make one like in December of 2021. Anyway, I can tell you all the examples in the world, but you're gonna have to just watch the movie for yourself. Okay, so now that we know it's a Christmas movie, at least vaguely, what makes it a good movie? Something that you should watch over the holidays? Well, there are a few reasons. For starters, this movie is actually really funny, and it's not like they're doing sitcom humor. These are actually well-crafted jokes. Some of them are things I would say today, I think.
What is that dog doing in here?
Peltzer, this is a bank, not a pet store.
Very good, Gerald.
Thank you, Mr. Gordon.
Bonnie wouldn't have heard.
And I love that Peltzer is always trying to pitch the idea of his bathroom buddy, but his inventions are always malfunctioning, which I think is really funny. And it leads to my next point, which is the actors are really great at reacting to their environment. Now, if you do acting, one thing you will learn is that acting is reacting, and these guys are really good at it.
What's this button over?
No, don't push that.
Also, there's one character who's so proud of his American-made car that he just goes out of his way to insult Billy's car even when he's not there. Like, no one's there. He's just being a jerk. I also find it funny how easily they disobey the 3 rules when it comes to having a Mogwai. It's insane how quick they do it. And it really does get worse when this kid arrives, but I guess without it, the movie wouldn't happen, and you just have a cute little movie about weird gremlins. Also, the scene where Kate is stuck at the bar with all the gremlins is probably the most funniest thing I've ever seen. There are so many jokes, and all of them land, and the puppetry is so good. But yeah, this movie is an amazing comedy. I think at least 2 jokes will make you laugh out loud by the 30-minute mark. So next, this movie is very, very charming and cute. It's a very weird way to describe a movie, but you guys gotta stick with me, okay? For example, Gizmo's reveal is very cute, and his melody is so endearing to hear. This is so weird. Okay. I like how they gave Gizmo a personality, and he's not just some puppet that makes weird noises. And I think Billy has great charisma too. I love his relationship with Kate, even though it should be me with Kate.
Say you hate Christmas, and everybody makes you feel like you're a leper or something.
If you're not doing anything this Thursday night, maybe you'd like to go out on a date?
I'd love to.
Hey, bro. I'm
Bro,
good.
you okay?
I'm good, bro. You geeking, bro. I'm good.
Bro.
Bro, get hold of me. I'm good, bro.
Bro. Are you crying, bro?
No, bro. I'm good, bro.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
Not to mention that Kate and Billy genuinely have good chemistry with each other. Like, they actually look like a good couple. Once again, I would look like a good couple too. I also like that there's a Chekhov's gun in this movie. It's kind of obvious, but I just like that it's there. You see, in the beginning of this movie, when Billy enters his home, a sword falls off the wall. And when Peltzer enters it, it falls off again. Of course, this was a movie telling us that this sword would be used later, and it turns out to be Billy's weapon of choice against the evil gremlin Stripe. I also want to point out that Stripe really beats up Billy. Like, he goes to town on that guy. He pulls out a gun. He pulls out the blicky. These gremlins are crazy. I also like that this movie can be tense and somewhat scary. It's not straight up horror unless you're like a child, but it is thriller, I'd say, and it's pretty good. The film uses a lot of dramatic irony and dramatic suspension to make these gremlins look a lot more than cringy puppets and actual engaging villains. When the Mogwai metamorphosizes and eventually hatch, they have a pretty fun scene with the teacher. You see, the camera goes into these wider shots to make you look around more, which is a pretty good horror technique if you want the viewer to feel suspicious of the environment. The shots have great contrast when it's trying to be scary and dark, and there's also really good tracking shots too. But of course, they had to kill the black guy first. Shoot, Now, the film uses many jump scares to reveal the true body of the evil gremlins, and while it doesn't scare me, I like how each of them reveals more and more about these monsters to keep us in the dark just enough to make it at least a little bit scary for the 10-year-olds, I guess. The camera also becomes more mobile as things get crazier, and even uses a variety of angles like this Dutch angle. The scene where the mom is also trapped with a bunch of gremlins is really fun. I would also like to point out that the mom is ready to kill gremlins on sight. Like, she was not playing around. I mean, look at this. No hesitation. She even microwaved this one, y'all.
Michael! Don't leave me here! Michael! Michael!
And the fact that Billy's just running around while his mom and his teacher are fighting for their lives is just so good. Finally, this movie has some pretty interesting themes. One of them is to live by and obey responsibilities. The movie presents the characters with 3 very simple rules, and they break them constantly. That, in turn, makes them face their consequences, which, in this case, is a Mogwai turning into a gremlin. And I know them 80s kids, they needed to learn a little responsibility. Okay? Another underlying theme in this movie is anti-capitalism. As I've stated before, Billy's father is an inventor, and it seems like he's always trying to make a quick buck off of something. This feels like a comment on Western society as a whole, where people are trying to make tons of money as quick as possible, whether it's a mercantilist government or a market consumer-driven economy. As you can see, I wrote the script in 10th grade, so I use my big words. As an example, when Peltzer realizes that the Mogwai can multiply, the first thing he does is try to come up with a name for a business so that he can start selling these things.
My dad, see what I mean?
All that from water? They got wet?
Yeah, plain water.
I'll bet every kid in America would like to have one of these. They might even replace the dog as the family pet.
Also, this movie was directed by Steven Spielberg, who later directed Jurassic Park. I'm not sure if this is a coincidence, but Jurassic Park also had people making money off of animals that shouldn't have been within 30 feet of children. I know the Cold War was happening during this time period, but was Steven Spielberg really trying to spread this message? In conclusion, Gremlins is a fun, charming, smart Christmas movie with a little horror to add some spice to it. It's rated PG too, so you can watch it with your family or in class, technically. Anyways, I'm gonna give this movie a solid 8 out of 10. Go watch this movie right now, you will not regret it. But before you do, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment what you want to see next, subscribe if you want more videos on movie reviews and stuff like that. I have multiple videos written, and I have 2 videos ready to be edited. So just bear with me, I will have stuff coming out later on this year. There is still time before New Year's. I'm going to make a Kill la Kill video. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time with another video. Peace out. Okay.
Damn, baby, come jump off the roof with me, live up your youth with me before they shooting me. With all they cameras and bullets, I swear I'm the man up in France with the hooligans. Yeah, I'm up with stand up.